Hi everybody! Oh my goodness, I'm so glad you guys are here, all of my second and third graders. I'm super excited to pop on here and share little things with you today. First of all, I wanted to take you guys outside. That's the first plan of the day, is to take you outside. And I'm going to show you some things that have been inspiring me lately. Once I woke up this morning, I went outside and I heard woodpeckers, I heard birds that seemed like they were laughing at me, and I heard some squirrels going nuts. I was like, whoa, everybody's seeing the sun and they're going nuts. So I thought we needed to take a peek at all of that. And plus some other fun things that I found around my house that I wanted to show you. Speaking of my house, I also wanted you to come and see my house. You can see where an art teacher lives, because she lives in a tiny little mini house. And I like to call it my cute little oasis, my little getaway. And I want to show it to you really quick. And then we're going to read this painting. We're going to read this painting. I just said that. Did you just see me? We're going to read this book called, it looks backwards on your part, I think. If not, good. I think it might come backwards. It looks backwards. But if not, great. But it's called Katie's Sunday Afternoon. And it is about a painting by a guy named George Seurat. And if you look, Katie got stuck in the painting. Look at her. She's right there. And we'll figure out how that happens. So I'm going to take you outside. I'm going to show you around my house. And then we're going to read our book. Okay? So we'll meet right back here. Okay?
I thought I might also show you this tree that my dad and my brother cut down. And if you look, I'll show you by the size of my foot how big it is. It is huge. It's a massive trunk. But I love looking at the sap and the lines in it. Look at all those lines. You can tell the age. Some of you guys might know how to count the age of the tree is to count all these rings. And I think from what my sister and I counted, it was about 60, 70 years old, I think. But yeah, it's huge. And then we've got all this wood over here piled up from the trees. And over here too, that used to be 2 trees right there, you can see. Let's see. Let's take a walk. And you see the 2 trunks there? And we've got all that wood stacked on top of it. I love looking at wood. I think wood is so pretty. Look at these rings on these. Something's cool looking, isn't it? And you see all the lichen and moss and stuff on the edge of the trees. All that little details. It's pretty cool. I love coming out here in the morning. See the sun beating through the trees. So pretty. Listen to all those birds singing. A woodpecker. I know you guys might be having cabin fever, but if you have a backyard, and if you can get outside, even if you're in town, try and find a way to go outside. It'll lift your spirits every time. Thought I might also show you, this is where I live. This is my tiny house. It's 16 feet by 10 feet, and it's got 2 lofts, one that I sleep in and one that I store all my projects in. Let me go on and take you inside. This is where I live. Got all my paintings on the wall. All that fun stuff. This is my ladder to go up to my loft. That's where I sleep. Way up there. And then I've got all my clothes over here. And then my plant. I love my plant. My plant's growing. Look at it. It's crawling up the window. And then this is where I do my makeup every morning. And then over here, I've got my little TV. And then I've got my desk. My little tiny kitchen. And then I've got all my knitting and crochet and blankets and projects all stashed up in there. Yep, that's my little house.
All right, so I just wanted to show you guys what was going on outside and what it all looked like. It was just so beautiful this morning. And I also wanted to encourage you to go outside. I know some of us are kind of like, I've got to get out of my house. I know you're probably feeling that way. And I know it's so hard because I want to go places too. It's so hard. And I want to see you guys and I miss you all so much. But you can go outside. Even if you have a small little backyard, just go explore. Go see what you can find. And if you have a big backyard or trails or things, go outside and enjoy yourself. You'll feel so much better once you've been outside and getting some fresh air in you. It just feels so good. Go pretend, imagine, have fun, pick up some things that might inspire you to make artwork. Because that's what I like to do, if you can kind of tell, see? I go outside to go get my ideas for my paintings. And you can do that too. Okay? So, and then I also showed you my house. This is my little tiny house. It's 16 by 10 feet. And it's a tiny little booger, but I love it. It's just perfect for me. So in this tiny house, I want to read to you this book. Okay? So let's go on and get started. All right? I'm going to open up to the voice page. And then I'm going to have little pictures come up and you'll see all of it, all the pictures and everything inside of it. Okay? So here we go. It was a sunny day and Katie and Grandma were feeling very hot. Let's go swimming, said Grandma. I'll get our swimsuits. Oh, it sounds like so much fun. When they got to the pool, it was already full. Never mind. We'll come back later, said Grandma. The art gallery is nearby. Let's go there for a while. So in the gallery, it felt even hotter. Ugh. While Grandma had a little snooze, Katie found a room full of amazing pictures. They were painted in thousands of brightly colored dots. and these dots are tiny. They're not like little dots like yay big. This is a huge painting with dots that are so tiny, so tiny. And he painted every single one of them. It's really cool. So, Katie saw a painting called Bathers at Ancières by George Seurat. She could almost feel the breeze blowing over the soft grass and hear the gurgling river. What a great place for a swim, thought Katie. So she climbed over the frame and inside the picture. I want to do that. That sounds like fun. It was warm and peaceful in the picture, and the sun shone, oars splashed, and a boy in a red hat called to the boats racing on the river. Katie saw a little bathing hut and decided to change into her swimsuit. How perfect. Then Katie jumped into the water with an enormous splash. Bonjour, said the boy in the red hat. I'm Jacques. I'm Katie, she said. Isn't this lovely? Oui, laughed Jacques. Très bon. After lots more splashing, Katie sat down on the picture frame to rest, but it started to tip. Oh no. And the river began pouring into the gallery. Oh my gosh. But Katie said, this is better than the swimming pool. Katie laughed. But then they heard a sigh from another painting by Seurat called Sunday Afternoon on the Island of La Grande Jatte. Oh, this is a cool painting. Katie saw a little girl in a white dress. She looked rather sad, so Katie climbed inside the picture. Katie found herself in a park where everyone looked very elegant and grand. Oh, you are lucky, sighed the little girl. It's such a hot day, but no one's allowed to swim in this painting. It's no fun. But Katie said, come in and wait in the gallery. It's lovely and cool. Oh, Prudence, please say yes, pleaded the girl to her governess. Well, be sure to keep your clothes dry, Gisette, said Prudence. What a splendid idea, said the elegant people. Let's wait too. The ladies hitched up their skirts, and the gentlemen rolled up their trousers, and they all had a wonderful time waiting in the gallery. Oh, so cool. But water was still pouring out of the painting. It's getting too deep to wade, said Gisette, standing on the steps. How will we get back to our picture? Said the elegant people. We can't swim in these clothes. Let's fetch a boat, said Katie. She pointed to another picture by Seurat called Port of Honfleur. Katie and Jacques swam over to the painting and quickly clambered inside. They found a little rowboat in the harbor. It was quite heavy, but they managed to drag it over the frame and into the gallery. Then off they rowed to the rescue. We'll go first, said Prudence, helping Gisette into the boat. But when it was her turn, her foot slipped, the boat moved away, and splash! Prudence fell into the water. Just look at my dress, she wailed. How will I ever get dry? Oh no. Perhaps she'll help, said Katie, pointing to a picture called Woman Hanging Up the Washing by Camille Pissarro. Prudence scrambled inside the picture, followed by Katie and Gisette. Meanwhile, Jacques rode off to rescue the elegant people and take them back to their picture. Then kindly the washerwoman gave Prudence some clothes to wear and hang up her wet dress to dry. Then Katie, Josette, and the washerwoman's daughter played in the sun as the women chatted. Ooh, it sounds like fun. Suddenly, Katie heard Jacques call from the boat. We must go back to our pictures, said Jacques. The guard is coming. The guard? Gasped Katie. He'll be horrified when he sees all this water. Ooh, that's no good. Quickly, jump aboard, called Jacques. Prudence changed back into her clothes and carefully stepped into the boat. Katie and Josette leaped in after her. And then Jacques rowed across the gallery while Katie desperately tried to think of a way to get rid of all this water. They passed all sorts of pictures. None of them seemed to look very useful. But then Katie saw a picture by Paul Signac called Portrait of Felix Fignon. He looks like a magician, said Katie. So she yelled, excuse me, can you do any magic? The gallery is a mess and the guard is coming. Felix wanted to help, so he leaned out of the painting, waved his stick over his hat, and shouted, Abracadabra! Colored swirls came out of his picture, but the gallery was still flooded. I'll try again, he said. Alakazam! Oh, dear, said Felix. All as stars and rainbows floated over the gallery. I'm not very good at magic. Just then they all heard footsteps. It was the guard. Oh, please try once more, begged Katie. Alakazam, clear up this room, said Felix. There was a flash of light and everything vanished in a swirl of stars and colors. And Katie found she was standing in her dry clothes and everyone and everything was back where it belonged, just in time. Oh, my goodness. Whew. Had me a little worried there. Whew. The guard looked carefully around the room. Everything was exactly as it should be. Thank you, everyone, whispered Katie. I had a wonderful time. As soon as the guard had gone, Katie gently woke Grandma. Would you like to go swimming now? Yawned Grandma. I don't feel quite so hot anymore, laughed Katie. In that case, you won't be wanting any ice cream either, said Grandma. Oh, I can always manage an ice cream, said Katie. Me too, smiled Grandma, and off they went. Oh, what a cool book is that? You know, going to a gallery sometimes doesn't always have to be all stuck up and don't touch this painting and don't look at this and be like this and walk like this and sound like this and do all of this. A gallery doesn't have to be that way. It can all be in your head where you imagine yourself. You can imagine yourself in a painting. So whenever you look at a painting like this, you can imagine yourself like Katie, like, I wonder what it might be like to be in that painting. Or I wonder what it might feel like or look like or what these kind of people might say. So have fun when you look at a painting. Don't always think that it's kind of boring and stuck up and all that stuff. Have fun. Enjoy the painting. Go inside of it. Explore. Just like we did when we went outside today. We kind of explored and looked around at all the different kinds of things that we can see. So I hope you enjoyed this story. I hope you enjoyed looking around. But I challenge you today to go outside or to look at a painting like this, maybe online somewhere. Any kind of famous painting, you can actually look up this painting online and see if you can draw something from it. See if something inspires you to draw something. It could be just on a simple sheet of paper, anything you want. What can you draw by being outside, or what can you draw by looking at a painting maybe like this? Can you draw these kind of people? Can you draw maybe what it might feel like to be in a place like this on the island of La Grangiat? Oh, that'd be so cool. Okay, so off you go. I challenge you. Let's see what you can do, okay? And I will see you in the next video, all right? Thanks for coming by, guys. Bye!